Hello, this is Mitch King with Trade Stocks America, Sunday evening, January 11th. This is a look at the Dow Jones. We had a little bit of selling on Friday. It hasn't really affected the overall trend. It looks like we should still have an uptrend continue starting the next several days. Still looking for this trend line to bounce off this line and move up to a higher high, maybe somewhere going in that direction. Nasdaq Composite was down 2.8% on Friday. We're still looking to see this move up as well in the same type of logic you just saw here on the Dow Jones. This particular stock, USO, is the best looking trade, at least a swing trade, probably an intermediate term trade that could last for some period of weeks and possibly a month or two. I've been talking about this last week. United States Oil is an ETF fund, looking like a really good entry point sometime tomorrow. Another excellent swing trade entry would be is BNI. Looking for this to move up here, at least for a swing trade. I posted as a swing. I mentioned this last week, one of Warren Buffett's favorite stocks, along with his Wells Fargo positions. I'd use a 5-minute intraday chart tomorrow to start trying to find the bottom entry point on this BNI as well as USO tomorrow. Here's an intraday chart with E-Trade's 5-minute chart. This particular stock symbol is Rambus, right here in the upper left here. This is a stock that I suggested to delete from the list because it continued to go up against a short position. The market, pre-market, the stock opened around $18.50, hung around $17.50 to $18 the first few hours. Then the news broke that a judge ruled against Rambus. They're always in a legal battle. The stock dropped from this $17.75 here and went under $11, went to 10 and a quarter, and it didn't have much bounce. I know it sounds like a lot of bounce to go to 12, but $1.75 is about 17% bounce after a 46% drop. So I wouldn't call that much of a bounce. A real nice kind of bounce should would have normally ended up right in here. But I think you should watch this as an intraday trade tomorrow. If it substantially goes down another 20-30%, this could have quite a substantial bounce. So this is Rambus. Here's USO. We're looking for this to, I don't see this dropping a whole lot, but I think you should use this chart for a 5-minute to look for a little bit of a drop and moving up here. I think this one's really going to be a great winner this year. It already has for us once, and I think it'll continue. I think this is a good entry point from here. Let's take a look at BNI. And here's Burlington Northern. Don't see a whole lot of drop, but use these charts to zero in on the best price for your entry on a swing or an intermediate. As you guys might read the notes below the table of stocks, I'm putting in the report now. Anything with a bold is some notes that have been changed on that stock. And this is really a good way for us to keep track of the stock ideas that I like or that I've talked about in the past. I think the market will have relatively mild selling from here and then resume to an upward trend, higher highs in the coming months. The market will open down a little bit tomorrow, especially carrying through from Friday's negative labor report. Hong Kong is down almost 3% at the moment. So the negative jobs report is going to give us a little bit more negative feeling. There'll probably be some more headlines in the media that shows that there's other things to worry about. But I think we're going to see a pretty nice move on oil first, and we're going to have to pick those stocks. And the general trend is that we should start seeing some upward movement on a gradual basis, following the same pattern that we've been seeing on some of these stocks like MOS comes to my mind, this kind of pattern here. This kind of little pattern here where we're seeing these little rolling moves. Talked about this the last week or so. So if we see this kind of move here, little higher highs, that's the kind of pattern we're looking for in many stocks. And that's why I'm pointing out that we're at the bottom of these channels for a lot of stocks. COP is another one. You guys take care tomorrow, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night.